Hey y'all, this is AL Thank Madame, and this is the recap review for Harlem. So, with this second episode of Harlem, it starts out with all of the friends linked up. Like I told you, they are together all the time. They're linked up and they're talking, and it's like after the performance that Angie put on at open mic night. And it's just to the point where Camille is overflowing and now she wants to share the fact that she ran into the ex. So Ty is like, girl, why didn't you say something earlier? Like we had to deal with all this foolishness that Quinn was talking about. Didn't nobody want to hear all that? Because like I said, her love life has been absolute trash. I don't understand how somebody can have all the worst luck in the world. But anyway, so she explained to them how she was so close to like reaching out to him, and then she lost all her nerves and then she ran off, and it is what it is. So then Angie actually comes into the picture, and we see her and they're congratulating her, telling her that she did well. And so she had already told them like she thinks that there are going to be like some big wigs there, somebody who might be producers or whatever. Somebody was there from a black owned business perspective who has their own company. And so they want her to come into the offices the following day. So she's very excited. Everybody's happy for her. And it's cool. So after the outing was over with, Camille and Ty are on the train together. And so Camille was like, okay, we already passed your stop like 3, 4 stops ago. Like, you ain't got to go home, all of this with me. And so she was like, look, I'm just trying to make sure that you make it home okay, because the last time all this stuff went down, I know how you got, and you're not finna play this disappearing act and go ghost and not talk to us for weeks on end no more. And so she's trying to reassure Ty that she's okay. She did not do well with the end of her relationship. So ain't nobody got time for that. Like, she was going all the way through. And so she's like, no, I'm fine. I promise you I'm okay. Whatever, whatever. So she's like, all right. Ty is trying to ghost. That's the funny part. Ty is actually she wants to be done with the situation with the stud because it's just too much going on. Like, she don't want to sit up there and keep this situation going. She just, I don't know, she's just one of those. Like, she wants to be able to be in control. And since it's not the usual for her, she has to put on this act of, it's not me, it's you, and maybe I'll be good enough for you someday that, after I heal, then we can get back together or whatever. And, like, I was just like, girl, you ain't got to do all of that. Why you feel the need to do all of that just to not have any dealings with somebody no more? But yeah, she was feeling salty because the woman left out. And it just she was feeling some type of way about that because she didn't get hers. But she did get a 2-page spread in Forbes. So, they expanded it. Like, they are really here for what she's doing. So yeah. So Camille had another one of her lectures because, as we already discussed, she's like an anthropology adjunct instructor at Columbia. And after the class was over with, she has this butt kiss student named Nora. She wrote up on her and told her how everything was so amazing and how the lecture was and all that. But the woman who is like the advisor or the chair of that department, who I already told y'all in the first episode, she lives for Camille. She was like, are you gonna come to the women's rally? And so she was like, oh, I'll think about it or something. Whatever it is, whatever the phrase is that they use, everybody knows, oh, that just means you ain't coming. I was like, dang, that's rough. And so the girl was like, oh, I'll be there, I'll come. Child, I told y'all that woman is not here for nobody but Camille. So she was like, girl, I don't really care about what you're talking about. So anyway, Camille then went on by her business and she walking and she runs into an old friend. Come to find out, this old friend is someone who Camille and her ex, Ian, that's what his name is on here. That's what Tyler's name is on here. They hooked them up with some dude, some white man. And now they're engaged to be married. They'll be getting married sooner than later. And introduced her to him and her stylist. And so she was like, girl, I hope that you were going to come to my, I guess wedding reception, my wedding dinner or whatever it's going to be. And so she was like, oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Like literally death would have to keep me from it, because she was like, girl, don't try to sit up here and not come up here because of Ian. And so, she apologized for bringing his name up, because she tried to say, oh, girl, you're going to have to give me a finder's fee. She was like, yeah. And like half of that, would go to Ian. Oh, sorry. Sorry for bringing him up. I was like, girl, it's a mess. But anyway, so now we see Angie meeting up with Godfrey. Y'all know who Godfrey is. He's a comedian. He was in Soul Plane. He's been on a lot of stuff. But yeah, he has his own little podcast and stuff I watch from time to time. He is fine. Y'all, his nephew. Do y'all know his nephew? Ooh, child. Ooh, child, Rennie is fine. Y'all know who Rennie is? He is fine for no reason, child. Anyway, let me calm down, because I got excited. Shoot, I got the right shirt on today, don't I? Anyway, my bad. Excuse me. So anyway, Angie ended up meeting up with him. I don't know what his name is on here, because I don't think we're going to see him no more outside of this scene. Met up with him, and he is explaining to her what's going on. The name of it is Brother Pictures. Like, this is the company that they're trying to have, that's a Black owned business. And they over here trying to do Get Out. And I'm just like, what? What is going on? Like, I don't know. The way that he trying to sell it to her, she's just like, what? Yeah, the whole situation was supposed to be Get Out, the musical on Broadway. Angie is not here for that at all. So then they cut to the next scene, which was Angie straight up telling Quinn, girl, I told that emancipated Negro no. In so many words, because she went all the way off. So she's at her boutique and she cussing. It's some client in there. This woman is a window shopper. This random woman coming there all the time, window shopping, looking at the designs, trying the clothes on, don't never buy nothing. And her, like I said, her business is like about to go under. Like, I don't know how it's even open, because she don't really get no business. It's a mess. And so she's just to the point where she don't want to keep asking her parents for money. I already told y'all, Jasmine Guy is her mama on here. And she wants to be able to show that she is independent. Child, she got to go and meet up with her parents. And so since that's the situation, Angie going with her, not knowing that she's walking into a whole fundraiser. And she's like, what? Where my daddy at? What is going on? Child, now she got to work the room with her mama. And this woman who is trying to be the mayor, the president, or whatever, she was like, well, maybe you can work with her and on her presence and all of this with the wardrobe, because her wardrobe apparently is atrocious. And so she was like, oh, okay, cool, we can do that. And this woman would be the first woman to be able to do what has never been done. Cool. So she's talking to her mama, and she going all around the world except telling her mama, I need money. The rent done went up by $2,500 at her house, at her home, at her apartment, at her condo, whatever it is that she live in. And her business is about to go under. It's like, child, this is a mess. So since she going all the way around the world, Angie is basically like, look, she need money. Can you give her the money? And she was kind of like, thank you, girl. But she had to talk to her mama. Her mama is reluctantly handing over a check and telling her, we already knew you was going to need the money. It is what it is. Like, she hates having to go to her mama, because her mama always saying something slick. And it's like, girl, please just give me the money. If you're not going to give me the money, don't give it to me. If you're going to give it to me, just say it. Oh, okay, whatever. Like, I get it that that's her mama, but it's too much going on. So Ty is finally meeting up with, I think the woman's name is Shayla, that works in her building. And so they've been meaning to meet up. They've been very busy. And so Ty tried to break up with her, but the girl done broke up with her. She was like, that's my line. And like, she really feels some type of way, because she wanted to be the one who was going to break up with her. And like she is really done. Like she really done went off in these people's restaurant and everything because she cannot believe this happened to her. I was like, girl, it ain't that deep. So after all that went down, all the girls are linked up again for a late night life type of situation. So Ty done rolled up like she over here drinking, she in her feelings, and so she ended up looking around. She see some random woman in the crowd, and she was like, "Oh, I'm finna go do this." Came to her to a gay bar or gay it's a gay function of some sort. She found somebody. So she went found this woman and she done went off somewhere. They about to have sex. Do what you do. So the girls, they left, went to McDonald's. Child, the morning after. Ty in the bed and she over here texting Quinn to us. Oh my gosh. I think I smell her cooking me breakfast, so it might have been worth it. Because Quinn was like, "Well, I hope that she was worth you ditching us." This heifer done got up. Now keep in mind, she had a whole conversation before she saw this woman. She was like, "Man, ain't nothing going on in my life. I'm just gonna heat up some." She was like, "I got some broccoli and beef. Wait, 2-day-old broccoli and beef waiting on me to warm up." This heifer done went in the kitchen thinking somebody to cook for her. This heifer warmed up the food, ate the food, left the container, and first of all, second of all, third of all, this heifer warmed the food up on a plate that needed to be washed. Proceeded to eat it with the chopsticks, left the container open on the counter, left the plate on the counter, and the chopsticks on the counter. Heifer, you could have at least thrown the stuff in the trash can and put the dish in the sink and rinsed it off. This heifer just left it. She ate it and left. You didn't ask nobody nothing. You didn't leave a note and say, "Ooh, I was starving. My blood sugar low. Like, I got to eat real quick. This was in here, and this is the only thing I could think to get, but I had to leave out. I'm sorry. I'll reimburse you." Nothing. This heifer didn't say nothing. So now you know how you are when you have your mouth fixed for something. That's how Ty was. And I'm just like, girl, you really tried it. You really tried it. So the day of the, I guess, wedding, the rehearsal dinner or the wedding shower or whatever you want to call it. Y'all, I don't know. The bridal shower, I guess. I don't know. They're having a celebration. Has happened. It's coming. But before she goes there, she got a call, text message or whatever from the woman who was the chair over that department. This woman toe down and drunk. And so she telling her she got fired and she trying to figure out why. She said when she went to the rally, they were talking, and then all of a sudden somebody in the crowd was talking to her, talking about what you talking about, what's wrong with real women. And they got into an argument about uteruses, women being able to have babies, and it was just a whole lot of stuff that got misconstrued. This woman got fired because of things that were said that she didn't even mean like that. I don't know. It was a mess. So anyway, she now is going to the function. Apparently, the people that they got together are very, very corny. They have a whole Titanic themed wedding. That music was playing in the background, had me about to go to sleep. Y'all, every time I try to watch the Titanic, it made me go to sleep. I think I always get like 15 minutes into it. Every now and again, like I remember we had the tape. Y'all, I fast forwarded it, and I cannot get through that movie. I just can't do it. So anyway, she showed up, and then she was trying to say to her, "Oh, well, yeah, I showed up. Here's your gift. I hope that everything works out for y'all, but there's a lot of stuff going on, whatever." So she was like, "So you mean to tell me that you showed up to this event just so you could say that you're leaving? Child, ain't nobody trying to hear that. You better stay." So then Ian showed up. The heifer was so happy to see him. She done ran off squealing. And so she looking like, here we go. So then he rolled up on her, and he's actually there with his fiance. He's engaged to be married to some British heifer. And so she looking, like, hi, okay. And I'm like, why are you not saying this is my ex? Like, what is going on? I don't like when people do that. Like, you making it just seem like I'm a random heifer. We was together. And I'm going to get into the specifics later on when we get to that part, because we were together, sir. And you wanted more than what was happening. So why are you trying to make it seem like I'm just some random heifer? Oh, okay. No. So anyway, she is at the point where she's trying to stay for the games and all the stuff they playing together. This couple apparently don't know one another. I don't know what's going on, but it was a mess. So she trying to sneak out while they in the middle of doing that. So she leaving out. So he like, where you going? He outside smoking weed. And so she was like, yeah, you still doing that, huh? So they talking. They have a moment where they kiss, and I was confused because I was just like, because like at this point, nobody knows that this is the fiance. Like this is a whole heifer that he brought as a date. And so they kissed. And so the heifer came outside and somehow she didn't see the kiss. And I'm like, how, Sway? How did you not see that? I don't understand. I just don't understand. But yeah, I ain't here for it. I'm not here for this foolishness. After all was said and done, they link up because she's really, feeling him again. And then he finally then confesses in person that he's engaged. It's like, she over here thinking that y'all can have something else again because you're back or you're visiting or whatever's going on. But now you reveal that you are with somebody. Sir, that's what you're supposed to say off rip. Because why would you then introduce me to this heifer knowing good and well you trying to marry her? That didn't make no sense at all. That didn't make no sense at all. The chemistry was obviously still going between the two of them. It was still flowing. Why is we doing this? But anyway, y'all, that's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Give this video a thumbs up. Let's get down in the comment section and discuss this. Bye.